What's going on YouTube? This is Pervious1030 with Tin Can Gardener. Today I am going to show you how to turn this lovely compost right here into this clean organic compost. It is a process, so bear with me. You're going to need a few things. First thing you're going to need is your compost pile. This should consist of leaves, yard clippings, coffee grinds, which you can get from your local Starbucks, that sort of thing. Second thing you're going to need is a mesh or a screen of some sort. You can put a frame around it. I'm using a wheelbarrow and just going through the process here. So let me turn this wheelbarrow around. There. And I'll show you how this is going to happen. Make sure you can see what's going on. Alright. Yeah, it's a bit of a process, so bear with me. So, take some of this organic matter. And since I don't want all the bugs that are in here, there are a lot of bugs down here in Florida, especially palmetto bugs. We don't want those in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sift my compost. And the way that's done is pretty simple. Make sure I get enough plastic in there would be helpful. Just kind of sift it on through. It's going to fly around. Just let that stuff fall right off in there. Let the smaller stuff off the screen. Kind of bounce it around a little bit. And this takes a while, but it's worth it. Because I got a lot of centipedes and stuff in here. Or whatever they're called. I call them centipedes. But we don't want those in here. We don't want those in the compost. Their job is in the compost pile to eat that stuff and break it down. And what I'm doing is I'm rolling this stuff around to make sure that I get all the fine stuff. And I can refine it down later on with a finer screen if I want to. But this seems to work for me. Run a little right off the back. And juggle it around. So, what I've done now that I have all this compost kind of the way I want it, I want to go down one more size, so I need, oh, what did I do with it? I have another tool here. I seem to have lost it. Been losing a lot of things lately. There it is. Bear with me. This is a net pot from the hydroponic store. You can buy these for like $5-6, something like that. Good to have. Smaller holes. So now, if you don't like bugs, you should probably wear gloves. I don't, because I've been doing this forever. So now, I just throw some of that in there, right? And then I just right into my bucket here. Make sure you can see this, okay? Then I just go ahead and if there's anything that big, I'm going to just pull it out. But mainly, I just sift it. Until all I'm left with are the big clumps. And then I dump those right now. And I will keep doing this until I can even do it directly in the wheelbarrow because it's going to hurt nothing. And like I said, I'm just being quick about it because I got video time running. So just go ahead and strain that out. And like I said, if your compost stinks, you're probably not doing something right. Compost shouldn't stink. Like with grass, it will stink in the beginning. Some grass, not all. Some grass will stink in the beginning. And if your grass is stinking, you're probably not doing something right. And sometimes you get earwigs and things of that nature in there. And it's alright to go through your compost to make sure that you get all these little guys out of there. Just sift through it, no big deal, don't worry, they won't hurt you. I highly doubt if they're going to bother you because they're terrified of you, trust me. So I just sift that out, dump the rest, and I keep doing this process until I have very fine organic matter. And I could sift this down even farther with a finer screen if I wanted to, but I got to get another screen to do that. So from that point, once I have this organic matter, what I can do is I can either make compost tea, I can put it directly on my garden, I can sift it down and make sure all the little critters are out of it, and you know, there's so many things you can do with compost as far as the garden goes. But it's an alternative to buying soil. You can grow directly in compost. It likes it. I mean, the plants like it and they enjoy it. I'm going to put some on my tomato plant right now as we speak, and make an amenity for some of my plants. It's also good to mix into your soil, and like I said, if you're worried about bugs, just screen it a little bit better. But remember, you have to have bugs in order to create the compost. You need that biodiversity in your garden. They eat things, and what goes in must come out, and what comes out is nutrient rich, and they break it down to where the plants can absorb it better, and you know, they make your plants more nutritious, healthier, and that sort of thing. Compost tea, you know, you can spray it on your plants, you can put it directly into the plant soil, that sort of thing. So don't forget, guys, I encourage you to start a compost pile, and what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. If you want do a little experiment, put a lot of banana peels in there, and that's a good flowering supplement for flowering plants. If you have something like collard greens or something like that, put a little bit more nitrogen, like other greens or grass clippings. And if you want something to help build the root hormone, if you're in an area that has a willow tree, go ahead and take the leaves and blend them up, put them in some water, or just take the leaves, blend them up, and put them directly in your compost pile, and that'll help as a rooting agent. So I enjoyed being with you today. I hope you learned something, and until next time, this is Pervious 1030 with the Tin Can Gardener, and get out there and show somebody something new, and I encourage you to start a compost pile. Until next time.